Hello friends, this is Molly. We are going to be making delicious exotic recipes from around the world with ingredients you can find in your local supermarket. Hello friends, we are going to be making blue corn sopes, which is deep fried, open-faced tacos, which you can top with anything you want. We are also going to be making a homemade salsa, which will be in a different video, so stay tuned for that. But you can top these open-faced tacos with anything you want. Let's get into it. Here are the ingredients you need to make your sopes. 2.5 cups of blue corn flour. This is the kind I used. If you can't find the blue corn, any corn flour will do. I just like to use the blue corn because it's fun. It's yummy. You're also going to employ the use of 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 cup of bread flour, wheat flour, any sort of flour. You can omit this if you don't participate in gluten. You're also going to use about 1.5 cups of hot water. Doesn't have to be boiling, but remember your hands are going to be in it, so it needs to be something you can handle. You're also going to be using your tortilla maker. This is my tortilla press. I have lined it with plastic shopping bags. And if you don't have one of those, your hands will work well. You can use a glass jar and roll it out. You can use a rolling pin, but you'll see what works for you. You're also going to use a cookie sheet, something to receive your sopes on, and you're going to place a paper shopping bag or some sort of paper on top so as to receive those. All right, we are ready to put together our sopes. Let's get this dough started. We've got 2.5 cups of our blue corn flour, 1/4 cup of the bread flour. Feel free to omit this if you don't participate in gluten. Here goes our salt, 1/2 teaspoon. We're just gonna swirl it all together, mix it up. It's not so precise with the water here now, but as soon as we add the water, we're gonna add a little more than half, but before I do that, let's get rid of the jewelry. Just in case you get messy, you don't want all of that dough getting inside of your jewelry. All right, here goes this hot water, and we're not going to add all of it right away because it's really easy to add more if you feel like it needs a little more moisture. But the important thing is to get this dough all incorporated. You want to really blend this for about 2 minutes or so it starts to become the dough you like. Let's just mix this all right up here. And I can see it looks a little crumbly here. So I'm probably gonna add a little more water, just a touch, a little more is needed. Here we go. Oh, that's better. Now we're about to form this into a little ball here. I'm just gonna get right in here with my hands, I think. There we go. This is the best way of mixing things anyway. Get your hands in here and mix it exactly the way you want. Combine it, mix it, make sure there's no little crumbly pieces at the bottom of that bowl. You want it to stick together, and you can add more water here if you need still. You want it to stay together in a nice round ball here. Of course, you have washed your hands before doing all of this, right? I know I did. It's important to keep washing your hands in the kitchen. But this is the dough that we're looking for. There we go. Nothing's flaking off too much, so it looks like the moisture level is exactly where I want it. It's humid, it's warm, but I didn't use boiling water, so my hands are not being scalded right now. So we are going to divide this into about 18 pieces. If you want to make 20, you can make them smaller. If you want to make large ones, you can make them into any size you like. So I have rolled these into about golf ball size, round shapes, so that they stay to the moisture level that I'm looking for. So I roll them between my hands here and place them in golf ball size. All right, we have rolled all of our little dough balls of blue corn into the sopes. They're rolly, they're pulley, and nothing is flaking off. They're nice and moist. To ensure that they stay moist, we're going to cover them up with a nice, damp, not even dripping kitchen towel over here. Washcloth, whatever you have around. And then I'm going to show you what I did to my tortilla press so that it doesn't all flake off in there. I'm going to cover it up with a plastic bag. It's going to be an old grocery bag as long as it's clean. I have this one covered out here on the bottom. The top one was getting a little too used. So I'm going to move it around there, tie it up nice and tight. Not too tight so it breaks right away, but depending on the usage and how often you're making tortillas or how hard you are on your tortilla press or how thin that plastic bag is, that's how often you'll have to replace it. Mine was getting a little too grungy, so nice and ready. I'll show you how I press out these sopes. Now that the oil is heating up, I am going to press these dough balls into the flat tortilla discs that we're looking for. So after I get them all pressed, we're just going to store them up on the sides of these. All right, I've got these dough balls here and we are ready to smash them into the soap base that we're looking for. I'm going to put that in here in the tortilla press, and you're not going to cram it down with all of your humanly strength, but give it a press down, and you want it to turn out to be about 7 playing cards thick. This is exactly what we're looking for. So we are going to smash all of these dough balls into the soap base, into the dough soap base still at this point, and then we're going to pop them into the hot oil. So I'm going to smash all of these dough balls into the soap base and get them exactly how I want them so that they're ready to get into the hot oil as it's ready. And you are going to have your paper lined cookie sheet ready at this point too, because they're only going to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. So you want to have everything prepared as possible when you're doing all this cooking. Well, here it is. We are taking out this fried corn sope. Drip off all the excess oil. You don't want that dripping all over your stove, and set it down there. We have got a lot of sopes done. They're crispy, but still pliable. We didn't overcook them so that they became crunchy like tostadas, but in the interest of safety, you can either use your hands, being very careful, or slide them onto a little wire spatula as you kind of slide that into the hot oil. So you'll notice the one that I had here, I had to fuse back together with my hands. And if it needs a little, you need to dip your hands into water to get them moist again. Just make sure not to splatter any water into the oil, because that would be painful as it splatters out. So I've got these sopes spattering into the oil, about 2 to 3 minutes aside, until they're the doneness that you're looking for, whatever you desire. We did it. We have compiled the ingredients for our sopes. We have the ingredients here for the toppings, and you can top it with whatever you want. We've got 2 final steps here to enjoying these. First, we're going to top them with whatever you want. Here are our toppings, and we get to eat them. So we're going to set to going here with placing smashed beans on this first set of sopes. This is going to be the non-meat version. So we're going to spread this out to the edge and get that evenly over, whether you like it thin or thick layer of smashed beans. It's to enjoy, to your liking. So we've smashed that out to the edge, and we are going to move over here for a moment after we get this all out here and top it with our other ingredients. The next step is we're going to place some, let's do greens first. There we go. Could be iceberg lettuce or head of romaine. I'm using baby greens. I've got some arugula and spinach here, maybe dandelion, but whatever you see fit. And then I'm going to get greens all over here. That's enough. Here is some cream. You can use, this is actually Greek yogurt. So you can use a vegan alternative if that's what you like, or not at all if you prefer not to have any. But this is Greek yogurt. I've got here today. Now I've got some fresh crumbling cheese. It's farmer cheese, also vegan alternative available out there for you. So I like to sprinkle that everywhere. Sprinkle it liberally. I've got a lot of cheese here, and then I'm going to, the chorizo is for the other batch over there, and then don't forget this salsa. This is the chipotle salsa. We're gonna use it liberally because we like a lot of sauce on our sopes. I hope it's spicy. All right, so I've got sauce on each one of these sopes, and it looks good. So this is our first completed set of sopes. I'm going to set this over here and then move on to this next batch, which we will top with chorizo. I've got more smashed beans. Let's spread that out to the edge so that it's totally covered, so that you can get a thick layer to prevent your sauce from leaking right through into your sope. That's the way I like it. And if you are using, look at that, it's pliable, but it's still chewy and crispy to the outside. Oh, there's grease all right on this, but hopefully some of that paper from your cookie sheet has absorbed a lot of it. Here's that chorizo. Let's sprinkle it liberally. Don't be too shy on that. All right. Now, there's the greens. Okay, sprinkle that everywhere. Eat well. Here's the farmer's cheese. Sprinkle that everywhere. Oh, I could live on cheese alone. All right, so got that everywhere. And let's put a little more. Oh, don't be shy. Here we go. Here's cream on that one too. Yum. Oh, of course, some of this chipotle salsa. Oh, there we go. Be liberal again. Unless you don't want to get all spiced out. But that chorizo is a little spicy too. All right, this is a good chorizo sope. You've got old potatoes, you've got your pork leftovers or shrimp. You put whatever you want on these sopes. They're your sopes. Enjoy. I'm going to dive right in here. Here we go. Going for it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Go ahead and hit like if you did, and remember to subscribe for more exotic recipes at home.